All right. So, hello, and welcome everybody to Visionary Empaths Unite. We are here every Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we are so excited because the awakening of the empath is happening and it is so real. So, what is an empath? Hey, Brianna. So an empath is someone who is able to feel the thoughts, feelings, and emotions of another as if they were experiencing it themselves. So they take it into their bodies and to their beings. And that is a wonderful gift to have, to be able to connect to someone on this very deep and spiritual level. And so each week, Ber-Henda Williams, your host, interviews a different empath and a different perspective of how to use it, how to operate with it. So, how do empaths show up? So, empaths come as in many forms, but in many forms, as they show up more recognizably in our world, are what I call emotional first responders. So, what are those? Teachers, counselors, social workers, nurses, doctors, veterinarians, artists, people who tend to want to serve humanity in a big way. They want to serve the planet in a big way. They are very, very intent on connection. They are able to channel, they're able to receive messages. They're inspired people. They live very inspired lives. They also are here, particularly the visionary empath. They have what I like to call a charge. So, what is a charge? They have someone or something. Yeah, let's try it again because I was able to invite you right on. But this evening, for example, our beautiful visionary that we're going to have is Miss Dalia Reyes, who is an amazing artist. And like I said, some of the empaths, not all, have an artistic gifting. They have an ability to sing, dance. So when we think about some of our more prolific song lyrics, music that really touches us, that has a message, Earth, Wind, and Fire would be a perfect example of being empathic. John Lennon, the Eagles, Chicago. I could go on and on, but these are the artists that make sting, that make music in such a way that it becomes a soundtrack for our lives because they're deeply in touch and inspired by something greater than themselves. They receive these inspirations. They're able to pull things from life. Bobby McFerrin would be another one. That man is a human instrument. To watch him live is a spiritual experience because, yes, Stevie Nicks is definitely, I believe, empathic. Bobby McFerrin's work, when you watch him live, he creates music on the spot. And I'll be sharing a video that really inspires me. It's him with a choir, a concert choir, operatic choir. I believe he's in Vienna, and he's working with this choir where they're doing a rendition of Ave Maria, and it's almost like a fugue. And he uses his voice on top or with the choir, and it sounds angelic. That's the only way to describe it. It sounds very, very, very angelic. But in that moment of inspiration, we see this act of brilliance. And I love how Melissa Gilbert talks about inspiration and where it comes from. And one of the words that's coined in Spanish, the word ole or Allah, in the moment of brilliance, particularly we see in the ring with the bull, you'll hear the people, they'll go ole, which comes from the Arabic word Allah, which means God. In this moment, right, there's these moments where we see pure genius and we see God manifest in these moments of genius. So we all have this ability to tap into it. The empath just happens to have a heightened sensitivity for it. And we can see these glimpses of genius in our daily lives, in our daily practices, whatever they may be. So I've invited an artist friend on. She is absolutely brilliant. So Dalia, let's bring you back on. I sent you an invitation again. It says that it's adding you. Yay! There
Hi.
you are. Hey. How
I'm
are you?
sorry it didn't work for a minute.
No, it's fine. Okay,
Hi.
and I see you were upside down. So I was talking upside down the whole time. I went this whole soliloquy upside down or sideways, but it's all good. The
It's all
message was clear.
good.
It's all good because the message was clear.
Because we're here and
Because
we're ready
we're
to talk.
here. Yes, honey. So let me tell you, okay, so let me tell you, good people, about this lovely woman here. So Dalia Reyes is an amazing, phenomenal conduit
Oh.
for art. So she's not just an artist. She is open. She is receptive. She receives. Her artwork
Oh.
is beyond contestation. So yes, she has the
Oh, thank
formal
you.
training, but even beyond formal training, I just feel that you have to have a knack for it. Like you have to have a calling for it first. You just get the certification part later. But you were already an artist before, CCS or any other
Yeah.
entity said that you
Oh,
were an
yeah.
artist.
Yes. I remember thinking that I didn't have to go to school, to be certified because I felt like an artist for a long time. I identified with that
Mm-hmm.
right away. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And I think
Mm-hmm.
that's
Mm-hmm.
part of
Yeah.
the empathic part to kind of know a little bit about yourself, to have that sensibility
Mm.
to know when something makes you feel good that you like want to keep doing it and in a positive way like art, you know, that's what happened to me.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely. Absolutely. So this
yeah.
artistic way, this beingness that you
Mhm.
are, if you could share with our audience, when did you know difference? And yeah, this empathic thing, like, so give us your road to embracing who you are in this gift.
I think I think I've always had I think I've always had that again that sensibility early on. Like my mom would say that I never smiled as a kid, that like I was just like always very stern faced because I think I felt people's vibes like really early on,
Mm.
and I just was too, as a child you're like so honest, you don't fake it, you don't kind of go through what you
Mm-hmm.
have to do to life, and you're just like, you just kids are just so honest, they know when people are good or when they have bad intentions. And I guess I can go back that far to talk about like when, or I guess vibes now, how we talk about vibes.
Yeah.
I think I've had that for a long time, and it's helped me just make decisions for myself and in my even career decisions. So yeah, it's been a long time.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So
Mm-hmm.
I think it's
Very
important to
small.
acknowledge, yeah, what you just said, the internal compass, because it sounds like, sometimes as adults, you know, in connecting with children, we tell them to smile and
Mm-hmm.
be nice, whatever that means, and
Right.
go up and hug maybe certain because they're relatives, even though a child may be reticent against that. It's like we push. But I think you said something really powerful, like you wouldn't necessarily smile
Mm-hmm.
and be warm. And I think the world may label it sometimes being maybe on the spectrum. Maybe we see autistic
Mm-hmm.
children kind of display or
Mm-hmm.
not display emotion, but I don't think it's that. I
Mm-hmm.
think that they are onto something. They know something.
They know, yes, yeah. There's like this greater understanding or something, that
Mm-hmm.
you get, and then as you become more like self-conscious, you lose because
Mm-hmm.
it gets all cloudy with all this other, like real life stuff that, you know, tend to mean a lot. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it gets messy. It
Yeah.
gets messy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
So to
know all about
unmess
it.
your mess, you have
Yes.
found this beautiful medium of art
Well, yes.
to help you sort.
Yeah.
Let's
Hmm.
talk
To
about that.
help me. it's helped me, I think, with just like growing up, I think just because it's always good to have energy to put towards something positive, something that helps you think, that you're like problem solving, you're like learning new things, you're researching, you're maybe going out of your way to go listen to music that you wouldn't normally listen to. All of it, I'm inspired by all of it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so
Oh,
one of your inspirations that definitely caught my attention, we have to talk about the sand experiment.
oh yeah.
That has
Yes, the
shown up.
frequencies.
The
I'm gonna drink some
frequency.
water.
Yes, please drink water. Everyone at home, please drink water.
Everybody
Water is good for
drink
you.
some water.
Drink some water. Water is good for you. Water is your friend. Dear
Yes,
empath, water is life for you. So
it
make
is.
sure you are hydrating. And can you show us your bottle again? It does
Yeah.
look like yeah.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
It's my little, I don't know, I put like, nice things on it, like love and happiness to
Ma'am.
try to
So yes,
you
ma'am.
know
So
why.
I know why. So we'll talk. Look, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to the why because yeah, there was at my last workshop I was able to I blessed water, but I froze it. So I wrote love and gratitude because everything that we want starts there. So whatever it is
Right.
that you want to attract into your life, it starts with love and gratitude. And so we did the Dr. Emoto water experiment
Mm-hmm.
where I showed them like the crystals of what we say, and because we're so much water, we carry it in our frequency and our vibration. So we really have to be careful what we say, but really what we think. Will
Right.
either pollute or heal our bodies because we're made up of so much water. And so
Right.
every person at the workshop received a frozen bottle of water with love, with blessed with love and gratitude.
Ah, that's beautiful. That's so beautiful.
Yeah.
That's really great. And I
So I
think it,
try to be good to my people.
yes, and it makes so much sense though, doesn't it? Like that you do, like
Yes.
when people cheers, like when they cheers and they're putting a blessing on it, like you could just bless it all the time. You
All
know?
the
All the
time. So we
time.
all the time.
Yeah.
Well, we got a question from the floor for you. So, shout out to my sister Brianna McCleave. She's in Arizona. She said I would love to see some of her artwork. So, of course, if you don't mind tagging, posting your artwork here so people can see it. And then she wants
Hmm.
to know also how does she connect as an empath before she starts a project?
Oh, I always kind of go through like a research period where um I'm thinking about whatever experience I'm having and what do I want to share about this, or what do I think is I don't know, what do I want to say, with a like a visual whatever's going on. And
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people say that. That's like, but it's true. It's a response to whatever I'm focusing on, and I like to just do research, read, listen to music. Music is huge for me. Listen to old records, to get into that flow of like feeling good, so that I or attracting like opportunity to collaborate
Mm-hmm.
creatively. Um, but I always try to write as something that only this past like maybe 2 years it's been that I've been getting more comfortable with writing, because I always felt very self-conscious about it. And so I thought, well, if I want to get more comfortable with it, I have to practice, even if I'm not like writing some grant or whatever. It's
Mm-hmm.
the which I do want to do that too, but
And look,
it's
that's a whole
just
other
doing it.
animal for artists is to
Yeah,
finance
it's that
your
left and
life
right
too
brain,
at the
it's
same time.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I definitely like to do like research and just try to get into that inspiration mode.
Yeah.
My best thing, I think the best thing for me is like really is being in nature, being in nature,
Ground
being
zero for
outside.
empaths.
Hmm.
Ground zero.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that like puts me in a good like receiving mindset.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
And
Mhm.
it feels like, I don't know, like there are more possibilities, you know,
There's so many
because we're
possibilities.
always in a little box in our homes or somewhere, and like if we're out, I don't know, it just feels better. Like you can think better, breathe better. Yeah, I'm
Mhm.
all about that.
Mhm. 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 And so when
Ah.
it comes to the frequency project, because I do want to get back to the frequency project, what inspired that and brought that on? So maybe tell people a bit about what the frequency project is, because we're like saying frequency, and they're like, "What? What are they talking about?"
Oh, well, I got into that kind of in the same way of the water crystals. A long time ago when I was at CCS, I was really interested for some reason, like now I would say I was downloading some ideas that I didn't know where they were coming from. I was focusing on the ear,
Mm-hmm.
and I really didn't understand why, but now I understood that it was the frequency thing. It was the sound. It's the oldest human sense that we have. Like we hear before we see, before we taste, before we feel, you know?
Mm.
So I think it's like that frequency that just penetrates us, like sound, like I mean, everything is a vibration and
That's right.
frequency.
That's right.
And I don't know, I've been having like more, I guess, fun learning about this stuff, so I wanted to create something visual to, I don't know, to be able to enjoy it. I don't know, just because it's stuff that I look at online or that I read about, and I just want to share what I like.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, so let's go
Super
back
simple.
to sound because I think that's really important for us to understand our senses. And
Hmm.
so you said sound is the oldest sense that we have,
Or like the first,
the
yeah.
first or the
Hmm.
first or the first
Yeah.
sense. You know, as a fetus is developing, like, well, what's the first thing that you can do?
Hmm.
You can hear.
Hmm.
And I think that it's important to think about drum beats, those
Hmm.
primordial sounds that
Yeah.
create, vibration
Yes.
and what it does to our bodies. Because I mean, it's like you
Yeah.
can't hide the reaction. You hear a drum beat, you feel a certain way.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
There's a definite impact, and how it just makes your whole being, like your whole self, your cells even.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. And so, as many practitioners and other disciplines like our shamans or our medicine workers, use music to
Mhm.
help heal,
Mhm.
literally heal the body. And in fact, Paul Robeson, before he died, he was doing a study around music frequency and healing diseases, and I think he found that cancer had a particular vibration,
Mhm.
and when you administer music at particular frequencies
Mhm.
around an ailment, it can actually move that, it'll inoculate it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's so crazy. I mean, I don't know. I've heard I was doing a lot of I was reading a book called the biofield, or tuning the human biofield or something like that, and it's using
Mm.
tuning forks, actual tuning forks, to like give you those frequencies. They talk
Mm-hmm.
about the hertz, like
Yes.
443, I can't remember what hertz it is, that like each chakra has a different
Yep.
hertz or something.
Yep.
And
Yep.
so the tuning forks is something that is supposed to give you, the direct
Mm-hmm.
benefit of like getting the frequencies and the waves.
Yep.
And I guess that's also where when that that sound thing started coming up because I was doing the meditation and I wanted to try something different.
Mm-hmm.
My boyfriend was trying it too, and
Oh, I love when you can pull boyfriends in
I
because
well,
they're
he's
like
more
our guinea
about it.
pigs. Like, let me try
Those
this.
are his. I'm like, let me borrow this.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
he's also a yoga a yogi kind of dude, and was into
Yoga
the
and the
tuning
artist.
forks.
Oh,
Yeah,
you guys are
yep.
so
So we
precious.
meditate. It's awesome. It's really great to be able to share that part because the grounding part, it's really amazing.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but yeah, sorry, I got off topic. I forget what
Mm-mm,
I
no,
was
you're
saying.
you're completely on topic. Because off topic is on topic because we always come back around to it. So going
Right.
back to the tuning forks, I definitely recommend that people get a tuning fork. Tune it at 527 hertz, 527 hertz, and here's why. That's the love frequency. So heart chakra is at
Mm-hmm.
527. So the idea, if you check out Christy Middleton, she has the Love or Above project. You can pull her up on YouTube. And so, following Dr. Emoto's work with the water experiment,
Mm-hmm.
um, our vibration has to go higher than, of course, whatever base level frequency. So that's like anger, malice, worry, guilt. Those are like lower vibrations.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to get into alignment or change your frequency, the tuning fork at 527 or binaural beats, what have
Mm-hmm.
you, elevate, your frequency, just like your artwork, when we look at it,
Mm-hmm.
which you all please check out this sister's
Thank you.
bad, fabulous, just
Thank you.
awesome artwork.
Right now, like, yeah, my Instagram is good. So
Your Instagram is good. So check out her
check out my
Instagram.
Instagram for now,
Yeah.
and then I'm still building my website and my other Instagram.
I got, you know what, love artists, because we're
And
always a work in
my
progress. Are we always in progress? It's always in progress. Like, I'm working
it
toward it.
is.
Be patient with me. I'm working toward it.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's like I said, it's that like left and right brain too. Like I also thrive in like the creative chaos, but the organizing of like getting other things that are like that's when I'm like, oh crap, I forgot about this. Or I have to take notes. I still take notes. Like that's the biggest thing I have to do.
Yes,
But
to keep all those ideas like
mhm.
somewhat organized. Like I love sticky tabs.
Mhm.
The sticky tabs really kind of help the visualization of the process. And we got
Yeah.
another question here. This is great. She says, "Are any of her projects created for healing, or
Yeah.
are there any particular that she has created during a healing process?"
Yeah, I think I had a one night show last year, a couple years ago, that it was about meditation specifically, but it was about, if you're into astrology, it was about the Venus retrograde. And the Venus
Mm.
retrograde, I didn't know a whole lot about it. I knew that, like, in my astrology, I'm represented by Venus, like on all of the three major levels, like sun sign, moon
Taurus,
sign, yeah, sun sign, moon sign, and rising
Taurus,
or
and
whatever. And I'm
Mars.
like
Yeah.
all Venus. So when Venus isn't around, or apparently like you're not supposed to get a haircut because she's all about appearances and all
Beauty,
this stuff, beauty,
aesthetics. Yeah.
aesthetics, but also about relationships, also about like you know, when it's in the shadow period, I think we were supposed to like learn about those energies not being there. Maybe like maybe past loves, or I can't remember exactly what it was, but
But it inspired your
it
artwork.
inspired the artwork to make something that that you could meditate with. That it's just I can't remember exactly what they were called. Maybe they were just called meditations. But it was
Mm.
something that I was doing at the time for myself, and also that was for meditating. And it was around the time that I was really getting just getting into meditation, actually. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
No, that's perfect because I think when we think of in terms of meditation, we wouldn't think artwork. We think I'm sitting somewhere with my legs crossed in some kind of awkward position and I'm chanting something that I don't really know and I have to clear my mind, which for an artist, for everybody's
Right.
monkey brain, there's no such thing as a quote
Mm-hmm.
like a okay, I'm using
Yeah.
the I statement. There's no such thing for Ber-Henda to have a clear mind because I'm like, did I leave the flat iron on? Is there enough money in the account? Did I send off that email? Don't think I did. Actually, there was an email I was supposed to send off today, and I didn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I need to do that before I go to sleep. I missed the last episode of Game of Thrones. I really want to go earthing because now we
Mm-hmm.
finally have a day where I can go earthing. I did a great
Mm-hmm.
meditation this morning. Oh, what was the question again? So it's like your brain is like
Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, and that's
squirrel.
just how it is. That's just how it is. Like we're never like our human experience is to have thoughts. Like they're just gonna happen. And like I guess it's training our mind to respond to it a little bit differently and then being able to like tune in and then I don't know, tune in to or tap into that peacefulness without
Mm-hmm.
yeah, without feeling like it takes so much effort, because that sounds like a lot of effort when you're like, oh God, I'm
Lot
trying
of
to get
effort, Chan.
I'm really trying to get peaced out right now. And I've
Mm-hmm.
had that like with just constant noise or just like, everywhere, but like you have to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
it's
Mm-hmm.
We
Mm-hmm.
have to be able to like quiet our minds in ways that maybe like we just have to accept that we're not going to find it like here. We have to find it like in our
Mm-hmm.
higher mind,
Yes.
you know like my painting
Absolutely.
here in my higher mind like that.
Oh, I love it. The higher mind. So, Brianna, I hope that answers your question about her using it as healing or in a healing process. That a visual meditation, I think, is another way to engage meditation. Um, walking meditations.
There are
Um,
so many different ways. I just that was just my like my
but I dig it
intro.
because it's bringing both, I think, many worlds together. And I think so many people are visual that as an introduction into meditating, that might be easier than necessarily going to a yoga class where it's your body doing it. But I think we can use a mental faculty through our
Yeah.
visual and let it kind of resonate, in your body. And, what does that make you feel or think or invoke because you were like this vessel, as an
Hmm.
artist. And I think that that's really important for artists to remember. We're vessels. We receive
Right.
information, we receive these downloads. Um, some of
Right.
us will call it God, universe, or
Right.
whatever label you want to put on it, but it's still higher than us. It's
Right.
free of ego. It's
Right.
pure light and love if we, really, really
Right.
channel that. So I feel like you're taking us through your artwork. You're taking us to a higher level of consciousness,
Hmm.
but you're taking us to a higher version
Thank
of
you.
ourselves.
That's
Yeah.
so sweet. Yeah, you're gonna make me cry.
No, girl, look, I'm all about the tears. I've been crying all week. So
I'm empath.
why stop at Tuesday? Let's just keep it going.
Right. And
But
then no.
seriously, yeah, right. But honestly, I feel like as an artist, like that's our job, our highest calling. I mean, yeah, of course, we love the compensation. Compensate your artists. Do
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
let this
Support your
become
art.
support your artists. I am not saying the artists are completely altruistic. So whoever's watching this, tag your
Right.
artistic friend, let them know you love them, and compensate them. Pay artists.
Yeah.
Pay doctors when
Yes.
we go to the doctor's office. Lawyers charge for
Mhm.
emails. One of my clients told me that she got charged for an email. She sent her lawyer an email and they got an invoice for email.
Yep. That's crazy.
You know what? Let me start emailing poems and see what happens, and then I'll send a
I
cash app. Let me
know.
send you. Let me send a poem and then send a cash app. Like, did you? Oh,
Yep.
it says open. Here's your cash app request. Did you read the poem? Cash app.
Thank you.
Right. Thanks.
Oh man.
So So
Awesome.
yeah, girl, so were you. No, seriously, guys, I cannot wait till I could do this interview with her. So quick story. So quick
Yeah.
Dalia and B love story. So she
Yes.
did this amazing show last year in Hamtramck.
Yes. The exhibition
Yeah.
show.
Yes, the exhibition. Yes. And I was like, oh my God, this woman is like so friggin' amazing. And then she like rolls with
Aw.
the other homie, Amelia
Mhm.
Duran, and it's like these
Mhm.
two are like Siamese twins. I'm telling you, they're like
Mhm.
adjacent to one another. So shout out to Amelia. She's the homie
Oh
too
yes,
over.
Melly.
Yes, Melly Mel. She's Melly Mel on Facebook.
Mhm.
Check out Garaje Cultural because she's doing it real
Mhm.
big with our youth
Mhm.
in Southwest Detroit.
Yes.
So
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Amelia and I were actually we were at Honest John's for a drink because it was like too much time had lapsed. We were like, we need to just catch up. And then she told me, she was like, yeah, well, Dalia is having a show around the corner. And I'm like, say what? Say sweet?
Yes.
Yes. And then so that's when we popped in. I was like, yes, ma'am. And
Yes.
your work was just
Oh,
um yes.
thank you.
Yeah, it was just so amazing, your artwork, and I was like, yes, I must have you on the series, to have conversation, um, because your work is just so inspiring,
No,
to
I
me.
think our little conversation that day like was even like really exciting. Like in just that little 5 minutes, I think that I had to talk to you, and then we talked about maybe doing this. But I was just kidding. I wanted to talk about that the whole time that we were, just like, oh, we should have this
We
interview
should
and talk
chat.
about
Yeah.
being an empath.
Right, being an
Yeah.
empath, being artistic, being open to inspiration,
Mhm.
yielding to it, and what does that feel like in our daily lives, and moving through, the space as an artist, and even if you're not a professional artist, just being open to expression, I think is like just the biggest thing is being open to expression.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And or yeah, exactly, open to, because everybody has their own their way of expressing, like I think, I didn't realize that before, but I feel like we are creative people, just not in, maybe they're not all in the same, we're not all creative in the same way, like in the same mediums,
Yep.
but I think we get really like overwhelmed
Hmm.
in thinking that, or when we're trying to be creative, like, oh, or it could be not overwhelmed, what is the word, like, um when you feel like you can't do it, intimidated, it's like intimidated,
Yes,
it's
because
like,
like you as an artist
oh,
would
I'm
intimidate
creative.
me as an
Oh
artist.
no, see, that's what I'm saying. It's like, but you have access to all that same stuff, all
Yeah,
those
my
same
juju goes
feelings.
toward like words. Like, okay, give me some words.
See,
Um,
I wish I was like you.
give me some words, and I can wordsmith something
So
for
I
you.
need you to write me some.
You know what? So this is what we should do. This is what I think we should do. We should do. So I'm doing a collaboration with dance. We
Mhm.
should do a visual and poetry collaboration.
Mhm.
And since
We
Venus rules
should.
you, Venus rules me. I'm a Taurus,
Mhm.
so shout out to Taurus in the house.
Taurus squad.
Okay. So what would it look like, for her to paint, for her to write? Like what kind of love letters would she
Mhm.
produce? Like what kind of
Mhm.
visuals would she like? We can get real fancy with it in the African tradition. She shows us
Mhm.
Oshun. So what does honey look like? What is the
Yeah.
we could
Beautiful.
man, we could do some things.
Yes. I love it.
Yeah, we
Let's
could.
do it.
Yeah, yeah, and I think every look. Why does every occasion for me? Every occasion calls for African drums. I don't care what it is.
It's
Every
awesome.
look,
Yes,
every occasion
good.
I have, I'm like, can we get some drummers? Yeah, it's poetry night,
Yes.
but can we get some drummers? Bingo. Where are the drummers? Like every occasion just
Yes.
require. It's a knitting class. We got
We
drummers.
need some
Okay.
drummers.
I don't care what it is. I just think
Well,
drumming is necessary.
yeah, they like make everything come alive. They're awesome.
That's
Mhm.
they really do. And again, I think it's because it's that primordial like sound. It's the heartbeat.
Mhm.
Because I mean, if we shut that off, we die. So who doesn't
Right.
like to hear, a heartbeat? So yeah, I
Right.
think we should. Yeah, ma'am, we should.
We
Yeah,
should.
we should.
We should.
We definitely,
We're
we
going
definitely should.
to.
We're going to. It's done. So it's
Yes.
look, it's been said, it's been stated on this Facebook Live. We have said it. So you all hear, you've heard it here first. There's a collaboration of poetry and visual art coming.
Yes. I love
I
it.
think it's going to be awesome. I don't know what that totally looks like, but it doesn't matter. We
I
just
have
out
some
here.
ideas already.
Me too.
So we're going to talk.
So, of course, you know, Dalia and I can do this all night. And I know you all have lives. So,
Thank you.
Yeah, right. Exactly. You can hear us talk. Look, we can talk shop all night long.
All night.
So, how can people find you? How can they find your artwork? Pay you for your artwork, because artwork looks better hung in your home.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So, so they could find me on Instagram right now, Dalia Reyes, but I'm Dreamy Lover. That's my Instagram, Dreamy Lover.
Let's go.
That's also my little DJ name. I need to do that. I need to do more of that.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Pause. Stop. Wait a minute. Take 5. Okay,
yeah, I used to spin records sometimes.
That's why you have the Immaculate Record Collection, because I follow her. You should follow her too, ladies and gentlemen, because it'll just make your life complete.
Yes,
so
follow me.
So she's always pulling up these vinyls, taking pictures of like her vinyl. She's got like crates for days. And I'm like, wow, you know, I mean, I love music too. I don't spin. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about spinning, but that's a whole other situation. I feel like I got a pretty good ear.
We're going to collaborate. There's going to be some of that too.
Okay.
In the poetry night.
Ma'am, I'm just saying, I'm here for it. So she pulls, like, she'll just like pull up like her random favorite tune or favorite album. And so now, because we have DJ in our DNA, that makes a whole lot of sense.
You know, like, I don't even like, I don't scratch, I don't do any, but I just want to play like all of my favorite, like, disco, soul, like when people felt good, and I don't know, I love the grown and sexy vibes. That's what I channel. That's what I channel.
Oh, that's right.
You know, it's just like, people were like loving each other more or something.
You know what, ma'am? You just hit on something really, really pivotal. So you channel grown and sexy because people are loving each other more. I really feel like if people fell in love and went home and did the man-woman boogie, or however you do your boogie, woman, whatever how you do your boogie, if everyone got their boogie up jumped, we would be in a much better space.
Right.
So maybe that's what we do. We up jump your boogie. So maybe that's the theme of our show.
Yep. Up jump. Yep. Yes. I love it.
So we're gonna up jump your boogie. So that is the intent. So the intention is clear. The intention is grown and sexy. We gonna up jump your boogie with some poetry. And you know what, sis? My sister does amazing boudoir photography.
Ooh. Okay. Venus. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
That's
yeah. We're gonna cause a whole lot of mischief in the city of Detroit. Lord, I feel it. I feel some badness. We should do it in July because that's a really hot month.
We should.
It's a number 7. Yeah.
7's such a good number. Yeah.
And 7's such a good number. 7's such a good number. So I think we done messed around and created the show. So, channeling grown and sexy. Some Venus inspiration. Get people's booty up jumped.
Yes.
That is.
Get them feeling good.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, you bring someone you love, or you bring, and we want you to fall in love. So yes, this will be a great opportunity for us to stir up.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Cool. I love it.
Okay. So you're giving me every excuse to go get some sexy hair, some sexy shoes, sexy dress. Not that I need a whole lot of push that direction, but I can justify it now.
Yeah.
I'm justified. I'm writing it off as a business expense.
Now you got a date. Yep.
Look, like, what is this? Like, talking to the accountant, like, this was grown and sexy night. We need to itemize this. This was in the budget. Grown and sexy was in the budget. Yes. Grown, sexy poetry, music. Yeah. So we need to put a playlist together. We need to create a mixtape. For the event.
You know, so I should tell them I have the art show coming up this Saturday.
Yes, you need to tell.
I should mention that. Girl. I almost didn't mention it.
Yes. Art show.
Yes.
When, where, how,
Okay,
where, the
on
beat.
Saturday at the
Mm-hmm.
UFO Factory in Corktown. It's
Mm-hmm.
called Cosmic.
Can you type it in the put in the chat? Uh-oh, you froze on me. You
Can you
froze
hear
on me. So
me?
put it in the chat. Put the put it in the chat section, the
I can kind
all
of
of the good
hear
stuff.
you.
Oh yeah, you might have
I don't know.
I tell you, when it gets to the meat and the juicy part, of course it's gonna go when you're making the
Oh,
announcement. Oh,
oops.
yeah. So do me a favor. Post me on it. Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Okay, yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. Post it, tag me in it, and then I'll put it in this chat, okay?
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, cool.
Okay, so
Great,
that's what
great,
we'll
great,
do.
great. Thank
All
you
right, so
so
ladies and
much.
gentlemen, this is the phenomenal, the awesome, the magnificent, the one of a kind
Oh.
DJ, artist, channeler, empath, lover, instigator. Follow her on
Yep.
Dreamy Lover. Follow her Dreamy Lover on Instagram. She's going
Mm-hmm.
to get a website
Yes,
updated at some point.
DaliaReyes.com. Yes,
But you can
exactly. Yeah, you
yep,
can look at
Dalia
stuff
Reyes.
there
You can
too.
follow her here. She's my friends. You can bother my friends list. Check her name. It is hyperlinked on the announcement that I made for tonight. Do you
Thank
have
you.
like a community page or like an artist page here on FB?
No, I don't have an artist community page yet. I should do that, right? Should I?
Not yet. It's coming. Okay, so Dreamy Lover on Instagram because it's visual.
Okay.
So you all hop on the gram, okay?
Yes,
Instagram,
yes,
okay?
yes,
Follow her
yes.
there, Dreamy Lover. I think that name is so amazing, delicious. Be on the
Thank
lookout
you.
for our knockout collaboration because it's going
Yes.
down.
Stay tuned.
Mm-hmm. Grown and sexy.
Thank you
Grown
so
and
much. I
sexy.
love your show.
I
Grown and
love
sexy.
having you.
Yep.
Yes, honey. Grown. We're channeling grown and sexy. I live for every single minute of it because it sounds like it's going to be some mischief happening.
Mm-hmm. You know
Mm-hmm.
it. It's the good
Mm-hmm.
summer of love.
Summer of love. Like I want people to like in October or like November-ish time say like, we went to this art show and I had no idea what I was walking into. I met the love of my life, or
Mm-hmm.
couples are like, yeah, making big announcements. It's a boy, it's a girl, it's
Yes.
triplets. We're
Yep.
having twins because our
Yep.
show was so good.
It was so good. Yep.
That there's all kind of manifestations happening.
Yes. 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 I love that one.
Mm.
That part. Mm-hmm.
That part. Because my girl is Evelyn Champagne King. Oh, you make my love come
Come
down.
down.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
I love it too. All right, cool. I'm gonna
All
send
right.
you some music too.
Send me some music. But
Yes.
yeah, that's my vein. Evelyn Champagne King. I love Encore, like all that
Mm-hmm.
juicy, like 80s vamp music. Like I live for it. The Men All Pause. I love Climax. Like I love all
Yes.
that. Vanity
Yes.
Six,
Yes.
Apollonia, all of
Yeah.
that. Yeah, oh yeah.
Yes. I can't wait. I
Yeah.
can't wait. It's gonna
So
be so good.
misbehaving. It's gonna be so I
Mm-hmm.
feel it. It's gonna be so good. So that means we have to move quickly because July will be upon us. But I really feel like we can pull something together quick,
Yeah.
cool,
Me too.
dope.
Thank you. I'm
Thank
so
you.
excited.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, check her out. I'll be posting her information on my page. Thank you for tuning
Thank
in. We got people
you.
from Herat, Afghanistan that have tuned in. So, thank you because I know it's late there. I don't know, early morning. I feel like it is. But wherever, tag a friend, tag a foe, tag everyone you know in this replay. Share it with your empathic friends. If you feel like you're an empath, please reach out to me because I do empathic coaching. We're right smack dab in the middle of a group program, which is absolutely amazing for empathic women. And things are just showing up and resonating and vibrating at such a high volume. And I was talking about her, and there she goes. Amelia, hey beauties, log.
Melly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course, it's parent time. You got to be with the folks. So we love
Right.
you, sis. You can catch the replay. So, again, my love, we're gonna talk really soon about this art show, how we're gonna make this happen.
Absolutely.
We out here.
Yes, it's gonna happen.
It's going to happen. It's going
Much
down.
love. Thank you.
Much love to you too. And I'll see you soon.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks,
Bye.
everybody.
And bye,
Bye.
everybody.